day, Brother Atto. This is my lesson on bowling. So I would have already allowed the children to warm up using a game as well as static stretches, and we would have already done the set induction, which would have been the difference between bowling and pelting. So the two skills we would be learning in today's lesson would be medium pace or pace bowling as well as off break. So let's get into our lesson. So here we have a regular tennis ball, but for the purpose of today's lesson, we used masking tape to create a seam on the tennis ball. So good morning class. Today, as I told you all, we'll be doing pace bowling and medium bowling as well as off break. So what I'm going to demonstrate first would be the grip for the ball. So we form a V with our index finger and our middle finger, placing it on our ball, using our thumb finger for support or as the base or to the back of the ball. What we must do is keep our arms extended or our elbows locked out, follow it all the way through, releasing the ball at the highest point, follow through at the end. So again, we'll be discussing the grip. We have the V, placing it on our ball, securing it, thumb to the back. Right, so we can see the V on Andre's ball on the seam, and we place the seam so that we can get our grip properly, as well as his thumb to the back of the ball. Right, so we went over the grip. I also spoke about us having locked out elbows, releasing the ball at its highest point and following through with both arms and legs. So Andre would be going first. He will be given a few chances of bowling on the spot, and then I would introduce another aspect. So we're looking at his form. So we saw the grip initially. We are looking for his locked out elbows. We are also looking for his release and his follow through. So class, I've encouraged you all to look at a lot of cricket games. Before the bowler reaches the crease, what does he usually do, or what do we see?
A run up.
Right, a run up. And this is to ensure that maximum power is executed when bowling the ball. So I've already created a crease here for us to do our bowling. So Andrew would be running up to his crease and bowling, doing the exact same thing, using the exact same form that I taught previously. Let's look at Andrew's run up. So we see that even though we introduced the run up just now, the form was not lost. So I'm going to let Andrew have 2 more tries at it so that he can keep the run up as well as the form that I just showed you on. So previously when we did our pace bowling or medium pace bowling, we learned that we line our V up against the seam, finger to the back. However, for spin bowling, the grip is different. We will be inserting our ball in between the V and across the seam, finger to the back. Now this is just a general technique because we know that our bowlers may use different techniques or adaptations in order to out the batsman. We learned the different grip, and we will be keeping with the locked out elbows and the releasing of the ball at the highest point. However, when we release that ball, we will be given a downward flick of our wrist. So we can see how Andre is gripping the ball. He will be given his chance 3 times to bowl, and then of course we will introduce the runner. Right class, we will be focusing on Andre. Let's go with your first try. So we see the downward did not see that spin in the ball. However, the second time, we saw that spin in the ball. So we see the difference in pace and spin bowling. Let's go with your last try. Right. Now, class, I want you to see that his last chance was not spin, which means that Andre did what we did in the first instance, or the first type of bowling we did, which was pace bowling. So he did not give me that flick of the wrist, neither did he give me that spin, which would have meant his grip would have been different on the ball. So Andre, let's try that one more time. Right, so we saw that he did correct his technique, right? I'm going to introduce the run-up, and Andre will be doing the run-up as well as bowling. He'll be given 3 chances, right? But because spin bowling is a slower type of bowling, he would not need a great run-up. So let's look at Andre.
I didn't get that.
One short run-up, we saw the flick of the wrist, the spin of the ball, the follow through. Let's look at his other chances now. Students, and this nudging of the wicket would be a clear indication of an
Out.
So to conclude the lesson, I would have had to do leg break, a skill application where the students would be using the pace bowling and spin bowling that they learned in class today to hit cones, and then there will be the closure, the assessment, and the cool down. Thank you.